So I will now share my screen. So recording has started, right? Right. So I will just share my screen. Is my screen visible, everyone? Yes or no? Very good. So I had seen some comments out here, right? So 3 days before, Adeline had comment, "Good afternoon, Mr. Ajay. I have a concern. Please help me in order to function the VS Code like OS this." So here something I believe this is problem related to your Python or the VS Code that you are using, right? So what I would suggest, Adeline, here, if you are able to hear me, right? Please uh, try to uninstall and install VS Code again. VS Code again. So you have to do this, right? How to do? Already I had mentioned it, right? Right. So please try to uninstall and install the VS Code again. Uh, Use .py file. This like 10 days ago. Multiprocessing or use Google Collab. Yes, Gurucharan, you can just use Google Collab. Okay, so .py file is not working. But anyway, the idea was to show the demonstration, right? True or VS Code will also work. Will also work, right? Also work. VS Code will also work. Right. The idea was to just idea was to idea was to show the demonstration. So this is something. There was another comment, right? Link is not working. It's given errors 404. This is like 2 months ago, right? No idea about these things, right? So always, guys, as mentioned, WhatsApp group is already there. You guys can join on the WhatsApp group as well. And then this is certification in the discussion also. Whatever you supposed to ask, you guys can ask here in the discussion section. Surja is saying this. I don't think, Surja, if you are there in the class, it doesn't make sense to write the date because all the classes are in the sequential way, right? Right. So I will try to put the dates, right? But better just you guys can ask the doubts on the WhatsApp group because already we are on the WhatsApp, and not a problem. I can just reply, but just ask in WhatsApp group, not in personal chat, personal DM, right? So I will try to put the dates, no worries. But it doesn't make sense. Actually, the date will not look better. So that's why I'm not putting the dates, right? So NumPy 1, NumPy 2, Pandas 1, Pandas 2. It is in sequential way. I don't know, whatever you guys say, right? Sir, is the Discord group discontinued? Discord group is already also there, so not a problem. Leave it as it is. So I have some plans about the Discord group. So the plans of Discord group would be something like I am thinking to start the YouTube live again in ML and all of those sections, right? So what I will do for the paid members, the WhatsApp group will be there, and for the free discussions, they can join in the Discord group if people are willing to. But again, no idea about as of now. You can just don't worry about the Discord group. Already we are on WhatsApp because many of you guys requested to be on the WhatsApp, right? So that would be all for the announcement part, right? From my part, few assignments are pending. I have already done it. I am just writing the solution so that I can give you the questions. So assignments, so more than 100 questions in OOPS, exception handling, and memory management is going to be there. This is the first thing. Second thing, as promised you all, that though interview questions are there in after every class, right? But we will be having specifically interview questions, right? So if you guys remember, I had announced this. So okay, I can start recordings for the another part also. So yeah, so basically I was saying that, guys. So everything as I had discussed earlier, so in each of the class there will be some interview questions that already I just mention it whenever it is required, right? But going forward, I have a plan, right? I have a plan, and mostly I will stick to that plan. Let's see how much I am able to stick to that. But I am planning to have a further specific interview questions notebook. So that is something I am going to plan. Where, so for example, there are 4 5 modules of our course, right? If I broadly divide into 4 5 things. So for example, if I say Python, then we have Python for data science, that is data toolkit, right? Data toolkit we have. And then we will be having SQL, then we are going to have statistics, then we are going to have machine learning, right? For all of these modules, what I'm going to do, I will be actually making a separate notebook with all the interview questions, so that it is easy for you guys to go through it. Also, I will be recording those questions and answer, so that who wants to practice more and more can go through the videos, right? What do you think, guys? This is a good idea, or do you think that whatever we are continuing with, we should only stick to that? Whatever you guys say, I will just do it, right? But my idea would be actually, right, whatever I have promised, right, that would be delivered. There should not be any doubt with that, right? Right. But interview question, I will be making a separate notebook as well. And that notebook I will be making in such a way that it is easy to understand, right? It is very easy to understand. And also I will record the videos, right? I will record the videos, right? I will also discuss the live, because as I have promised, this class is going to be 100% live, and the classes will be 100% live. But if I am adding extra functionalities like some sort of interview questions, something like that, in that cases I have to record few things, right? I have to record few things, because that is not a part of our mainstream classes. But anyway, at any point of time, if you guys feel no sir, that should also be live, I can do that as well, because I am the one who is against this recorded part, right? I am the one who just don't like this, that the recorded session will be, recorded sessions should be there, because recorded sessions are not a very good way of learning. But obviously, as I mentioned, all the classes will be live. It is just that few of the content that I am going to put you extra content, that is supplementary content, it's not the part of the main course, that will be recorded. But any day if someone says it that please also explain the code, I will be open to explain the code live as well, because sometimes while recording it is not understandable. So you can expect 3 to 4 hours of interview questions recorded for each of the module, right? 3 to 4 hours, maybe sometime 2 hours. For example, uh, for Pandas, I will record at least for 1 or 2 data sets, or 2 or 3 data sets. Then 2 or 3 data sets will be at least for 1 hour each, so it will be 3 to 4 hours. For Python, I have already given you the Jupyter notebook. How many of you have seen that project Jupyter notebook? There are 10 ideas. Anyone saw that? Anyone saw that? Anyone? Right? There are 10 ideas. If you start developing that like a full-fledged project, right, then you are going to love that. Believe me, you are going to love that, right? Just start making it a full-fledged project, right? And I promise you guys, I had told you earlier, and whoever is working in the industry might relate this. Just a second, guys, I want to have a sip of water. Whoever is working in the industry, guys, they might relate it. Even people who are working for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, they would not be able to write that much of code that we have seen in our second project, that 2 hours project, right? Just believe me, no one will be able to write it. I'm not exaggerating things, I am spitting you the fact. And if you understand 50% of even that, believe me, you are the hero. No one is going to reject you, at least in the startup interviews, right? Second thing, guys, I had promised you at least 2 guest lecture would be there in our course, but I am thinking to extend the guest lectures as many as I want. So first of all, I will be giving, I will be asking one of my other friend for the guest lecture, and as I had promised you, the guest lecture is not someone that I will just bring some random people. I will be bringing people who are working in the data science industry. Last time I had brought a person who was from commerce background and now is working as a data analyst, right? Actually, he's not data analyst. He is at a very senior position, but he entered into data science industry, then got into it. So how many of you remember about that guest lecture? Anyone remembers that, or you guys have forgotten that? If you guys remember, even if you not, it's okay. Right, 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 right. Okay, yeah. So this time I am planning for another guest lecture, and this time the guest would be from, IIT, one of the old IIT, right? Got a very good JE rank. Actually, he was with me only, and he's my childhood friend as well. And I actually guided him to how to get into, So basically, we were just kidding one day, and he was working at a Commerce IQ. There is a company named Commerce IQ, and his package was around 45 lakhs. And he asked me, Ajay, see, this company is the competitor, right? Right, 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 right. So his this company is the competitor, and they are offering me a job. And he asked me literally how much I should ask him, what should be the package that I should demand for. Believe me, I told him just ask double, right? And he literally asked double. Now, so he was asking a 90 LPA with 6 years of experience, right? It was like last year thing. And you won't believe that company gave him 90 lakhs, somewhere around 80 to 90 lakhs, like that. And base is like around 60 lakhs, and 20 lakhs of compensation and all, right? So he gave, and he was just we were just kidding that you have to give half of your salary to me because I just motivated you. But the idea is that, he's doing also good. He's also solving a lot of problem in statements in data science industry, right? Yes, Vaidik says in India. Yes, in India, and that too he is in Pune, right? And Pune, if you guys know, it's a very cheap city to live in, right? How many of you know that? But yeah, it is a very cheap city to live in. So I am thinking to bring him for a guest lecture to share his experience, and that after that, my promise of two guest lecture will be over. But you don't need to worry about that, guys, because I will be bringing more guest lecture, right? Just I will bring more guest lectures. A lot of people are willing to contribute to this initiative at a lower cost. They also want to help, learners. Actually, they want to help, a lot of learners. So you don't need to worry about this, right? I will be planning for that. Apart from this, right, I am been actively thinking to start one to one interaction, but I am not able to do this. But already WhatsApp group is there. So now in the WhatsApp group I will start interacting with, let's say, any week 5 people, other week 5 people, something like that. So I had promised you guys that I will be interacting with one on one, like at least for 30 minutes for all the people who have enrolled in the course. So I am going to do that as well. Right, right, right. So yeah, so that would be all the announcement. Kiran says, "Sir, internet banking project I have practiced 8 times so far. When I see the output or the errors, trying to understand and implementing correctly." Yes, you are right. I'm loving the way I am doing. Very good, Kiran. Without working hard, nothing is possible. No one will be able to do that. But yes, you are going on the right track. Keep working, and as usual, I am always there for you guys. Just you have to trust me, right? I am not going anywhere. I am here for you guys, right? So let's start now. Enough of pep talks, like half an hour, but it was much needed. Since long I haven't given you guys this much of pep talk, but yeah, I just wanted to give you this pep talk. So why I am giving this pep talk? So yesterday I was interacting with a student, right? So that student, let's say ABC, right, right, was explaining me that, sir, my father is ill, he is not able to move, right, and he is at one of the batch where I have taught, right, and please, let me enroll in your course for free, something like that. I told him that okay, I will let you enroll, but what about the course that you have already enrolled? Please continue to that and just let me know whenever you guys have any doubt. Whenever you have any doubt, I will be there for one to one. I will help you out. And that reminded me the situation of, a person in India, situation of people in India. Believe me, right? uh, you know if you just search it out, then you will realize that 90% of the population of India earn less than 30,000, something like that. 30,000 or 95, sorry, 25,000, something like that, right? So, and that's how I remembered my struggling days. So I have said this a lot of many times. In my house, when I used to study in my school days, I used to teach part time, right, to get some money to help myself with tuition fee, something like that. I'm not saying this to you guys to have pity on me, because I don't need your pity or something like that. It is just to motivate you guys that you have to work hard. You have to work hard, whatever positions you have. You have to work hard to reach till the best, right? And obviously, there is no full stop to success. If you have watched one movie of Mahesh Babu, then you might be able to relate it. There are always commas to success, not a full stop. Just work hard, keep working hard. If you are at not if you don't have any job, get into startup and get a job. If you are already working, then get into a good company and get a very good package, right? If you are already in a good company, just have the more and more skill set. That would be all the gyan for today. That would be all for the pep talk for today. But yeah, please work hard. That would be all. Now, guys, what we have seen till now, this is for the people who have joined recently, right? So we have covered the Python completely. So till now, right? So we have completed the Python. So complete Python is over, right? Complete Python is over, with exception handling, memory management, and project. We have covered everything. Now, what is the agenda of today's lecture? If you guys remember, in the last lecture, we also completed NumPy. So we are currently at NumPy. NumPy was over. I have provided you guys all the functions in Jupyter Notebook. Every functions in the Jupyter Notebook. We took around 6 hours to understand NumPy. Now we are into Pandas. So we will start Pandas today. Right. Interview question related to NumPy, as of now, none. Don't worry about NumPy interview question. There are few things how array is different from list. Already I have mentioned you guys in the last lecture, right? Right. They will not ask you the functions, how to sort this or something like that. But when it comes to Pandas, there are lot of functions that can be asked. So we are going to start Pandas. And believe me, I have done my homework. I have done my homework a lot. So we are going to have a real fun. So we are going to see a lot of use cases, a lot of real life use cases in Pandas. First, second, after Pandas, we are going to have Matplotlib and Seaborn. Matplotlib and Seaborn, and Plotly as well. Seaborn and Plotly. So we are going to see all of those things Plotly. But having said that, right, after this, we are going to have 5 to 7 mini projects, 5 to 7 data analysis projects. So this is also we are going to see. Now, guys, this will take whole month to complete, right? At least 4 weeks we are not going anywhere. We are going to cover everything in detail. And then after this, we are going to start with SQL. So SQL we are going to complete, and then once SQL is over, so I have a doubt what to introduce at that point of time after SQL. So should I introduce Flask, something like that, or should I start with statistics? This I have some confusion. Right. So why I don't want to start with Flask as of now? Because this Flask use case you will forget if I teach you now, because this use case will only be after ML. So let's say ML linear regression we have completed. So to deploy this, we are going to use Flask, something like that. So that's the idea. So but I don't know, uh, I will just decide after sequel. And in sequel also there will be one project that we are going to look into it. So yesterday I was trying to make content about this. Then I decided to go with one data set, that is IMDb movies data set, right? This data set is very good data set, right? This actually is also useful in SQL. So I am thinking to go with this data set, but having said that, there will be multiple data sets we are going to use and analyze it. IMDb dataset will come. Data cleaning is a different part. We'll come to that data cleaning in EDA. You don't need to worry about this, Santanu. So yeah, so we will start now with today with pandas. So today in pandas, I have divided the whole lecture into 3 4 major sections. First major section is about series. So we are going to see a lot of functions related to pandas series. Then we will come to pandas data frame, right? Then we are going to come with functions related to data frame. Then we are going to see date time function, right? right right Date time function, right? right right Date time function. Then also next that we are going to look at would be, right right miscellaneous functions of pandas, or let's say I'll just name it directly, time series function. So we are going to see the time series data functions as well. So pandas is going to be fun. I don't know if you have seen other tutors videos or not, the famous YouTubers or something like that. But believe me, the content that I am going to provide, again, I have worked a lot to create this. So it is going to be fun. So should we start, guys, now? Should we start with pandas? So everyone, please open your Jupyter notebook, and then we are going to start. And also, guys, I will request you, if you guys have any other, request that this is the pandas data frame that I want to implement, sir, can you just implement this? I don't have any problem, right? I don't have any problem in implementing any data sets. So please feel free to suggest, right? As research suggested that we can go for Kaggle competition, not a problem. Just figure it out, any Kaggle competition, give me the data set, and I will code in front of you. Maybe I might stuck, but I don't have any shame on accepting the mistake. I will research it out, I will Google it out, I will come back again, right? But will not leave you guys. That's it. So let's start with pandas. So we are going to start with pandas, right? So pandas, let's start with pandas. So yes, this is the notebook that we are going to look at. So pandas part 1. Pandas part 1. So we are going to start with pandas part 1. I am thinking to cover pandas in 2 parts, but believe me, this is not going to be completed. It will take at least 3 parts, but let's see. Right, let's see. Now, what is pandas? This is the first question, right? So, if you just Google it out, panda is my brother. So, if you just search it out, so here it is pandas, right? See, so cute. See, here's my brother, right? Pandas, similar to Monjolika being my girlfriend, right? She is my girlfriend and she is my, sorry, pandas is my brother. So that was all about pandas. Anyone has any doubt? Now we will move to matplotlib. So we are going to start with matplotlib. Everyone, so far so good? Should I start with matplotlib now? Pandas is over. Yes or no, guys? Quickly. People who have joined today, who has joined today, he must be thinking, I have came to the wrong place. My money is wasted. Oh my god. Jyoti says, when did we start pandas? Where that guy went? I don't. Where is he? Uh, he was Sasank. No, Sasank not. Where is he? He's there or he just dropped? I don't know. But anyway, so let's start, guys. Let's start. Sayantan. Yes, where is Sayantan? I'm not able to see. Right. So let's start with pandas. Right. So we'll start with pandas. Right. So what is pandas? We'll start with this discussion. So if you just Google it out, more than this pandas, actually the first link that will come is this pandas. Right. Right. So this pandas is the definition of, here is the definition of this library. Right. Now what is this pandas? Right. So first of all, right, pandas is a library. What is a library? We already know that, uh, pandas is a library which actually is used for data analysis. Many of you might not know. Then I will just copy paste here and I will discuss everything here. Pandas is a fast and powerful, flexible and easy open source data analysis and manipulation tool. So this is your pandas. But why we need pandas? We are going to understand everything in detail. So basically what happens, guys, right? What happens, right? So epic pen. So what happens, guys? This is very interesting. So let's say, yeah, very good. So I will just write this. So as I had discussed earlier, first of all, as a data scientist, we need to understand the problem statement. Problem statement, right? Once the problem statement you have understood, you need to understand the data. Understand the data, right? It is very simple. So you need to understand the data. And now, how will you understand the data? Right? How will you understand the data? Obviously, to understand the data, what you need to do, right? Right. You need to actually, right. You need to actually, right, get into the data wrangling. Now, again, new term, data wrangling. What is data wrangling? Right. To help you understand what is data wrangling, it's a very simple thing that you have to, right, you have to see in and out of the data. That's it. In and out of the data. In and out of the data. Right. That's it. Very simple. In and out of the data. Very good, Sayantan. Right. Sayantan is back. Right. So we have to understand everything about the data. So now, to understand the data, we have few libraries, that is NumPy, right? NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn, something like this. Matplotlib, then we have Seaborn. Now we are going to start with Pandas. NumPy we have already covered. So we are going to start with Pandas. Now, what is Pandas? So if someone asks you, a very fast, powerful, flexible, and easy to use open source data analysis tool. Simple. Fine. That's okay. Right. Very good. I haven't taught you something new. Right. But the question is why? Why do we need pandas? Why not other libraries? Right. Right. So pandas is the only library, data analysis library that you know. If someone asks you, what are the alternatives of pandas? Can anyone answer me? What are alternatives of pandas? Right. Right. Anyone? Have you ever thought about this? About this? What are the alternatives of pandas? Just Google it out. Google it out. So you will find it something very interesting. Alternatives of pandas. Just Google it out. Right. 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 So for faster alternatives of pandas for data analysis. Now click on it and now see how many of you have heard about this, right? So for example, here the pandas is the baseline. Then we have DuckDB. This is a database, not a library in Python, right? First thing over. Now see other thing, right. Rust arrow polars. Again, this is built on Rust. Rust is a another programming language, right? The idea is you don't have any alternate option, don't have alternatives to pandas in Python. Very simple. In other programming language we have, but it's not in Python. This is the first thing. Vedic says Dask. I have used Dask a lot, but do you know Vedic? Dask is built over pandas and Python. Dask is nothing, right? It is just that it helps to scale the computation whatever you do in pandas. That's it, right? Right, right. Because similarly you can say PySpark. Again, PySpark is what? It is another framework, right? Right. Right. So basically, people who don't know, right now, this is again food for thought. Just think it. Have you ever thought that, let's say, there are 1,000 rows, or let's say 1 million rows, right? Then you can use Excel or Pandas, right? But what if the number of rows is 10 millions? Will you be able to use Pandas? Right? The answer is no. You will not be able to use Pandas. It is going to be tough, right? So in that case, we are we have another framework, that is Dask, right? Very good, Tanya. Tanya remembers this, right? Very good, Tanya. So Parquet file is a format which compresses the data, right? And if the same data is now 100 millions, then we start using PySpark, right? Obviously, these things are not that tough. You don't need to worry about this. First, let's focus on Pandas, right? So that's the idea. Just to give you some picture. So we don't have alternatives to pandas in Python. So this is the idea. Very good. So far so good, not a problem. Right. When was pandas developed? If you research it out, pandas was developed in 2008 by McKinney. Right. McKinney. So this is the name by McKinney. Right. That's the name. Right. Fine, not a problem. Life is easy, easy peasy, right? Now comes the most important thing. In Python, we had list, we had tuples, we had set, we had dictionary. Very good. In NumPy, we had the boss NumPy array. But what is there in pandas? What is the data structure of pandas? That's the question. Right, right, right. What is the data structure of pandas? Right. For that, now I am going to write, right. Pandas is used for data analysis with its data structure that is series and data frame. Now what is series and what is data frame? We are going to understand this everything in detail, right? This is little bit of context till now. Now moving ahead, how to import NumPy. If you guys remember, we had imported NumPy earlier. Similarly, we can also import pandas. Import pandas as PD. Now for the sake, I will also import NumPy. If needed, I can just use it. So these are the two libraries that we have. So first library we already have seen. Now we are going to see import pandas as PD. We are going to see this in detail. Very good. Very good. Now, to make you guys understand what is pandas, right, series and data frame, I will again take you back to Python. Do you guys remember how we used to read a CSV file in Python? Do you remember? We had seen this in Python file handling. How many of you remember this? No, in file handling. Very good, Sada. It was import CSV. Then we used to do iter rows, right? And then you used to write. f dot write, something like that, right? Right. This is the way you do in core Python. At that point of time, I had told you one thing, that this is a tough job to do. Writing 5 6 lines of code each time you read a file is not a good idea. And that's where Pandas grabbed the opportunity and told, brother, I am here and I will help you to read the file. And that's how it leads to the first discussion of our this class, how to read a file using pandas. So just write pd.r and hit tab. So you will get to see a lot of things. First one is read CSV, read Excel, read feeder. I don't have any idea what is read feeder, but FWF, GBG, SDF, no idea. HTML, already we have discussed. JSON, we have discussed, right? Parquet, I have mentioned here and there, but Parquet is another data type, sorry, data file, which stores a lot of data in very small space, right? This stores a columnar data, right? Read pickle, already I have shown you how to read the pickle file. So basically the idea is a lot of type of files are used, a lot of type of file is used in, or a lot of file can be read in pandas. Tanya is asking a question, is using pandas to read JSON better or import JSON? Very good question, Tanya. I have answered it in file handling as well. If you are working on the client side or the server side, please import JSON. Right. Because many of the time, many of the environment, pandas cannot be there. But JSON will always be there because it is a native Python module. Right, 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 right. So this is the answer. If you are having some server script where a library cannot be installed, or you don't want any dependency on library, directly use JSON. Otherwise, use pandas in any of the pipeline. Very simple. Got it, Tanya? Yes or no? We had the discussion on this earlier as well. But anyway, so now we are going to read the file. So read now. Which file I am going to read? I don't have any idea. So what I will do, I will search IMDb movies dataset. So I'll start with this, or maybe I'll just, you know, read one data set that I already have. So you guys don't worry guys about this, right? I will be sharing this data set in your, you know, uh, uh, in your resource section, in your, on your dashboard. So you don't need to worry about that. So I will make a folder pandas and put everything, all of those things in there, right? So we have a data set. So let's say what I will do. I will just take this one. So IMDb movies data set, right? Right. So this is a very good data set. You can use this data set to, you know, analyze a lot of things. So here I will just download this, right? So sign in with Google. I will just sign in with this. Right. Now I will just download this data. Guys, you guys can also download it. Right. Right. Download the data. Is it? Let me try it, guys. I will just try it out. The latest version of the data. Just a second, guys. Uh, data path. No module Kaggle Hub. Better. I will install the Kaggle Hub. I thought that this would be more easy, but anyway, I don't have any, so I'll just download the file. So now I have downloaded the file. So I'll just go to this and then downloads, archive. I will just take this data set. IMDb top 1000, right? I will just put this data set here. So everyone just download this data set. Guys, just a request, please download this data set, everyone. Uh, I will paste the link. Don't worry about this. So I have just pasted the link as well, right? Right. Is the link there? Have you guys got the link? Right. So you guys can download the data set. Now I am going to read this. pd.read CSV. So IMDb top 1000 CSV. So this is the way you read a CSV file. But see it carefully, guys. This is very important thing. I am reading this data set. I am reading this file with pandas.read.csv. And if you have seen this carefully, the file I am reading and the Jupyter notebook where is actually in the same folder. How? I will show you. So let's see it here. This is your downloads and this is your data set IMDb 1000, and here only we have the Jupyter notebook pandas. In the case, in a situation, if your this file is in some other folder, then you have to go inside this folder, right click, right, and get it to properties. Then you have to copy this path and then use to read the file. I will show you this way as well, so you don't need to worry about that. First of all, did you guys understood this? What I mean to say, right? Earlier, my data, right? My data, right, is where, right, right. My data is inside the same folder as I have, right, inside the same folder as I have the notebook. So here you don't need to put the path. But let's say if you're, so I will just execute this. See, data set is already there. There is no any error. But, 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 if I have to show you how to read a data set which is actually in some other folder, then what I can do? Right, I will first copy the path. Very simple. So I have copied the path. Now I will just see what I'm going to do. So here I'm going to write read CSV, read CSV. So pd dot read CSV, and then I will copy paste this path. So this is the path, and then I will also copy paste the name because name is also important. So let's say this is the name. So I'll just rename, control C, and then after that I will just put like this, right? I will just put here like this and just put dot CSV. Very simple. Dot CSV, right? Now if I execute, it might run sometimes, it might not run sometimes. We'll see it. So yes, this error you might get it, sometimes you might not get the error. So in this case, just add R here. The moment you use R, you will be reading the data set from some other folder. So now I will just write here reading the data set, reading the data set from some other folder where Jupyter notebook is not there, where Jupyter notebook is not there. But this is the way you read the file if it is in some other folder. It might seem you easy, but it is going to be a headache sometime if you are not able to read the files. And now here we have our first data frame. Df is equals to df, and now I will show you df dot head. So these are the first 5 rows. So df dot head means the first 5 rows. By default, df dot head will give us the first 5 rows. Right? What is this? What is the meaning of this? I will discuss everything, so you don't need to worry about this. But first of all, did you guys understood the steps till now? How to read a file, right? How to read a file how to read a file from some other folder, and how to see the first 5 rows, right? First 5 rows from a file that you have read. Quickly, yes or no? Everyone has done. Sayantan, you have done till here? Very good, Sayantan. Very good. Very good. Keep it up. Keep it up. You might feel overwhelmed today that I am not understanding or something like that. Please do let me know. Right. If you have any problem. Naglata, I am watching you. You are back after so many days. I will make sure that I complain about you. Right. To Jyoti. Right. I will complain about you. Right. Okay, guys, just a second. So I was on vacation, sir. Okay, so let's start. Right, Jyoti, you have to take the responsibility for everyone who joins the class or not. Okay, so let's start, guys. Now, so this is your data frame, df dot head, right? Right. Fine. Now let's move ahead. Fine, we have read this data set. Now, guys, one very important thing. While reading this data set, now I am going to do one thing. This is going to be fun. What I am going to do, I will copy one data set, right? So let's say here, I will copy this data set, right? Where is the data set? IMDb top 1000. Or first, I will open it. So let's say I have opened it. I have opened it, right? Right. Fine. I have opened it. Now what I am going to do, I am going to delete this row. See, I am going to delete this row. And now I will save it as file, save as, downloads. And in the downloads, I will write without heading. Heading. Very good. I have read this like this. Right. Now I have saved it. I will close the file, and now I am going to read this data set. So fine. So here we had df.pd.read csv. So I had read this data set. Now guys, answer me, if I read this data set now, what will happen here? Right, read csv, right, right. So if I will read this, right, hit tab without heading, if I read this, what will happen in this case? So the moment you read this data set, you will realize one thing, that now there are 999 rows, and also if you see it carefully, that the first row has become the column name. See, the first row has become the column name, the Shawshank Redemption, right? And if you see here, the first value, right, right, the first row was about the movie, the Shawshank Redemption, right, right. So is it clear, guys, what will happen if there is no any column name? Then by default pandas considers the first row as the column name. So this is the understanding, right, right, right. This is the understanding, right, right, right. Now, but let's say if you don't have any column name, in this case what you will do, guys? If you guys don't have any column name, then in that case what you will do? Right, right. Then you will be having a parameter that is called as header is equals to none. So if you just do it, then again it becomes 1000 rows, and now by default there will be some integer column name. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be there, and here also per row it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it clear? Right? Yes or no? So now I can comment a very simple thing: internal integer indexes, integer indexes, indexes are provided by pandas, provided by pandas. But now it leads me to the next point that is very, very important. Right, right. See it carefully. This internal indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is also here with the rows 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the meaning of this? Right, because this will give you a lot of understanding. Whatever you have read, you were expecting this here because you know the CSV file would be there. But what it is called as? Right, what is this? What is this row? Right, so first of all I will just remove this because I don't want this, because already we have the column name. So let's say df is there, so df is there, so we have df. Right, so already I have mentioned, though you will be having column names, but pandas will also give it a internal integer column name. Pandas will give you. Right, you are not able to see this. Still, pandas has given this poster link an index called 0, 1, 2, something like that. I will prove it at a later part of the class. You don't need to worry about that. Similarly, 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. But now the point is, what is this called as? Whatever you are able to see here, what is this? Right? What is this? What is this actually? Right? So guys, this is called as data frame. What is this? This is a data frame. And if you see, you are having some indices 0, 1, 2, 3 here, and some internal indices 0, 1, 2, 3, which you are not able to see on this side. Right? So can I say a data frame is a data structure? A data frame is a data structure which has rows and column. Right, right, which has rows and column. In other word, can I say it is a data of 2D matrix? Can I say this? Yes or no? Or in other word, can I say this is two dimension? Very good, not a problem. Life is very good. Right, but now the question is, very good, Sada, tabular data. So like, I'll just write tabular data. Panda actually works well for tabular data. But now the question is, I have already told you earlier as well, 3D array is made up of 2D array. 2D array is made up of 1D array. So we'll just write 3D array in NumPy. We have seen this. In NumPy, 3D array is made up of 2D array. 2D array. 2D made of 1D. But here we are seeing two dimension directly. Then what we can say here? Here it is two dimension. So simply following the same analogy, I can say that data frame, which is 2D is made up of series that is 1D. Now, actually, this is the understanding now. This is the understanding that you guys should have. Right? So, what is a series? So, series in pandas, series in pandas is a column in data frame. Now, next question. Is it one dimension or two dimension? This is one dimension. But again, next question. It is very, very important. Can it store any type of data, or it will only store string or integer or float? Can anyone answer this? Very good. Can have any data type. Any data type. Again, next question. Very, very important. And you guys have to answer. Is this statement correct? Is this statement correct? You have to answer this. Is this statement correct? Right. Right. Jyoti says no. Why, Jyoti? You have to answer this. Why it is not correct? बताइए बताइए why it is not correct. Right. Right. Series in pandas. Guys, don't go for grammar and all. Series in pandas is a column in data frame. Right. Right. Why this statement is not correct? Right. 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 Very good, Jyoti. Very good. Right. 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 So basically, very simple. Series in pandas is a column slash row. So row of a pandas can also be a series. Clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Very important. Very important. Right. 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 Series in pandas, row in a data frame can also be a series. Obviously, you can argue with it. Then this way I can make anything. Right. Right. Series. Yes, you are right. But this is the first understanding. Now, guys, let's start with series. So we have understood about the series. Right. We have seen how to read a file. Very good. Not a problem. Right. 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 Anything else that we have to look at it here? Okay, one more thing. So while reading file, guys, while reading file, always remember one thing. There are few parameters. You don't need to worry about those parameters. So I'll just show you. While reading the file, you will be having some parameters. So what are those parameters? So while reading the files, you will see here separator. This is the first delimiter, header. I have already told you header. Other parameters are use columns, right? You can use this as well. You don't want to load all the file. You just want to load few columns. So in that case, what you will do? So for example, let's say you just want to load these two things, series title and released year. So what you can do? Simple, write use columns, use calls. So just you write use calls and just pass this like this in a in a in a fashion like this, right? Very simple, right? And your data will only process, or pandas will only process these two columns. See, you have got only these two columns. Again, why this method is important? Read only relevant columns. Anyone has any idea why this is important? Let's say your data is very big, more than your RAM. You cannot load the complete data here. So in this case, just you can load two columns available. Right. Another parameter, you have skip row. Let's say you don't want to read the first two row. Then in that case, what you will do, you can simply write here skip rows. So simple skip row, skip rows. So here skip rows is equals to 2. So here if you see, the index will start from 2. So let's say here if you see the index, okay, index will start from 0 itself, but the number of rows has decreased. Earlier it was 1000, but now it has only, 998 rows. So here you can just keep internal internal integer integer indexes right, right, are used to skip first two rows. Skip first two rows. So this is the understanding, right? There are other parameters as well, but you don't need to worry about this. You don't need to even remember this. That it is not that today you only have to remember this. Today we have to remember everything. No, no, nothing. It is not like that. You have to remember one very very important parameter. So let's say there are some null values, there are some blank values. Let's say you guys have not understood what is a null value, but let's say there are some blank value. So in that case, what you will do, if you want to read any blank value with some specific value, then you can just do that as well. So here you can simply write here, if you just, keep default value na. So here if you write true, so you can put it, otherwise you can just write anything else. Let's say any name, you can also do that as well. So keep default value na, right, right, you can put any value here, whatever you want. So let's say ram. So if you want to put like this, so default 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 null value, that is the blank value, will be ram. There are several parameters, but see here, okay, it is nan is not there, but anyway, so there are multiple ways to do it, multiple things to do it, but you don't need to worry about this as of now, because you cannot remember all the parameters, you cannot remember everything. So you don't need to worry about this, it will come as we move ahead. Now this is something that we have studied. Very good. So again, to summarize, data structure of pandas is series and data frame. Series is one dimensional in structure. Data frame is two dimensional structure. Multiple series constitutes to form a data frame. And if you see the type of DF, then you will find this is pandas core data frame. Very good. Very good. Very good. But let's say this is a data frame. If you want one column, let's say I want to see only series title. So what I can do? I will just write df dot series title. So you will only find series title. This is the way you want to look at one column. And if you check here type, then you will realize this is a pandas series. But as of now, you don't need to worry about this. I will again cut this, because slowly I will come to how to access a column, how to work with a column. Slowly I will come to that. But as of now, I have just deleted it. Now moving ahead, we have understood what is a series, what is a data frame. So now the main topic starts now about series. So what is a series? So let's start, guys. So let's start. So let's say you want to make a series. How to make a series? Not a movie series. You don't need to go to Reliance and just ask for funding to produce your movie series. I am talking about the Pandas series. How to make a Pandas series? Very simple. I will show you. So first of all, we will start series from a list. Right? How to make a series from a list. So that is the first thing that we are going to read. So let's say we have some names. Names are, so maybe let's say, uh, right, 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 right. Names are maybe let's say Abhishek. Abhi is there. Then we have names, maybe Vedic is there, so Vad is there, so Vad is there, and then we have Jyoti. Let's say J is there, right? So this is a name, and now if you search the type or type names, then you will get a list. So this is a list. Now you want to make a series out of this list. How can you make it? Very easy. Just write pd dot series. The moment you write pd dot series, then you will get a series something like this. Right. Right. Now, how to identify this is a series? I will come to that. But let's say this is a series. So I will also add some other names. So just to make sure that Jyoti is there. Then I have some other names. Let's say Pius is there. Pius is there. Pius is there. So these are the names, right? Right. Okay. Tanya is also there. Very good, Tanya. So Tanya is there. How can I forget Tanya? So Tanya is there. So Tanya is there. So this is something series. This is how you convert it to series, right? Right. But let's say here I will just write names. So names is equals to this. And if you search, or why I'm saying search all the time, type of names, now this will be pandas core series. And here it was a list. So this is how you convert to a series. Convert to a series. Convert to a series. Now there is a question here. Abhishek says series is a single column data or DF is entire data set. Is it? Yes. Series is a single column and data frame is the rows and column together. So a data frame is a data structure which has rows and column. Right. What is a series? Series is one specific column or row in data frame. That is series. Clear? Right. Right. So now this is the understanding. Right. 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 So far so good, guys, everyone. Right. Now you might have seen here one very interesting thing. Here with the names you have something called 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, guys? Everyone, what is 0, this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? Right. So basically what I'm going to show you, so let's say this is your memory, and in this memory we have a memory block, memory container, and here let's say 0, 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3, and 4. And at each of this block we have the names. Let's say Abhi, Vad, Jyoti, then we have Piyush, then we have Tanya. Simple. Simple. And this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is nothing but the index. Right? Right. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is index used to access elements in memory block. Simple. Simple. So far, so good. It should not be any problem. Right. Right. So this is how you can make a series. Now let's say you want to make a series from a tuple. Can you make this? The answer to your question is yes. So for example, let's say here T is equals to something like this. Right. Right. Series from tuples. Series from tuples. Now you want to make a series. How can you make it? Right. How can you make it? Very simple. PD dot series again, and just pass this tuple. See, here again it is a series. Yes or no? Everyone? Now again, let's say you want to make a series from maybe dictionary. So let's say we have dictionary. So D is equals to, maybe this time I will put the name. So name is Abhi, right? Right. So Abhi is, let's say, studying excellent, excellent, right? Now let's say another name, that is Ajay. He is just average, average, right? Then we have another name, maybe Tanya, right? Right. Tanya. She is again excellent, right? Excellent, excellent. Let's say excellent. So now this is the dictionary, right? Right. Now how to make a series? PD dot series, and then again write D, that is dictionary, right? But there is one thing. There is one thing, that now instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the index is the keys. Jyoti is asking, sir, one question, df.series column name for single column access. Don't worry, I will come to that. I have told you I will come to that. So here, the keys of dictionary has become series, right? See, so interesting. But now, why it has happened? Because the nature of the dictionary, if you remember, was something like this. It used to store the data like this. So in that case, the access was the key. So Abhi, excellent, right? Ajay, average, right? Then Tanya, it was excellent, right? Right, 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 right. So this actually, Abhi, Ajay, and Tanya has become the index of the series. This has become the index, not Santanu. That is not series. Abhi, Ajay, Tanya is series, is not series, it is index. Excellent, average, excellent is the series. Right? Right. I will prove it. I will prove it. Don't need to worry about that. But as of now, this is the series. Right. 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 Now, another question. Can you make series from dictionary? Can you guys make series from a set? Series from a set? Right. Series from a set? Everyone? Say it. Right. 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 Tanya is saying no. Sada is saying yes. Right. So this is your S. Set is equals to this, right? And now PD dot series, right? Right. CS. Here you cannot get series from the set. Why? Do you guys remember this? Because set was unordered and series requires an indexing. So series from a set will throw error, as set has no index. That is compulsory, compulsory for uh, series or data frame, right? Sentence says, sir, also dictionary is unordered. No. If you see here, dictionary has the key that makes it accessible in the form of index. Right. So let's say this was D, right? How you used to access excellent? You used to write something like this, Abhi, right? So it is indexed, right? Right, right, right. Now, moving ahead, moving ahead. Next, so series from homogeneous data. Can I make a series from, let's say, integer, float, something like that. Yes, that can be also made. So let's say marks is equals to marks is equals to 100 out of 100, 99, 81, something like this, right? So now you can just write pd dot series amp. So if you just write amp, you will get this 0, 1, 2. By default, this is the integer indexing. We already have discussed this. Now comes the interesting part. Here, dictionary has its own key, but by default, the index is 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's say you want your own index, right? Your own custom index. In that case, what you will do, guys? Very easy. M is equals to this. M is equals to this. And then copy this as well. Pd.series m. You will just copy this. Pd.series m. And now if you hit tab, here you will get index equals to something. So now you can just write index is equals to. Now what will be the index? Let's say you divide or you name it. Name is equals to, again, let's say Abhi, Abhi, and then let's say Tanya, and then let's say, right, let's say Jyoti, Jyoti, right, Jyoti, Jyoti. Now guys, in this case, what will happen? You will just pass index is equals to name. Now if you do so you will get index Abhi, Tanya, and Jyoti. This is the understanding. Now, one more thing. If you want to set the name of index, sorry, set the name of the series, you can do also that. Set the name of series. Very important. Not important that much, but just good to know. Because if you see in this, you will get name as well as a parameter. So here, let's say name is equals to, right? Sorry, name is equals to, maybe I will just write it here, student marks, student marks. So here if you see, now the name of the series is student marks. More thing, let's say this time the marks is in decimal 100 point, so 100 cannot be more than 100, let's say 99.2 or 3, and then let's say 51.2. Can you convert this to integer? Yes, that can also be done. Just see the another parameter dtype. So just write dtype is equals to integer. Dtype is equals to integer. The moment you do, uh, sorry guys, sorry. This is the bad idea. So here 51, 99.3. Sorry, 51.2, because you cannot do that because it will be having the loss of data. But I wanted to show you something else. So str, yes. So here you can do convert to string as well. Convert convert the value of series into string. While converting to float makes your data is not lost. Very simple. This is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? So far so good? Yes or no? Right, right, right. So this is the understanding. Now guys, moving ahead, can we use it equals to float? Yes, you can use that, because at that case you will not be actually here. If you want to use dtype equals to float, so dtype equals to float, you can just do this. So here you can just write dtype equals to float. So you can do that because you will not be losing any data here. See, This is possible because you were converting from float to that. Then that's a problem. Got it? Yes or no? Everyone is so far so good. Should I move ahead now? Right? 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 Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, guys, so let's say we had this series, right? A lot of things are there in this series. So let's say this is a series. Now let's see some methods associated, sorry, some attributes associated with this series, right? Attributes, attributes of series. So we are now going to see some attributes of series. So what is attribute? Already you know, right? We have, you know, seen this earlier as well, right? Right, 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 right. So some attributes of series. So attributes, if you remember in the oops concept, we have studied about this, right? There are two things, attributes and methods. Attribute simply means data or more property, more information, right? Right, 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 right. Now, now, right, right, right. So first of all, let's try to see it. So we have pd.series. I will just name it as a series, as is equals to this. So I told you guys that this Abhi, Tanya, and Jyoti is index. I told you guys this, yes or no? I told you that this is the index. How to re-verify that this is the index? The first thing that we have is as dot index. Now, if you see, this is the index Abhi, Tanya, and Jyoti. Very good. Now, if this is the index, can I also see the values? Right, index. Can I also see the values? The answer is yes. You can see the values as well. So as dot values. See, you got the values. If you are able to see the values, can I also see the shape of this? The answer is yes. You can also see the shape. So as dot shape. So if you just see, this shape is three values here. This is how the array was also represented, if you guys remember. Right, 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 right. Now, fine. That's the understanding. Can I use length with series? Length of S? The answer is yes. See, 3. If you want to check the data type, as dot dtype. See, you will check the data type as well. If you want to see that if the series is empty, so let's say period dot series, right? If series is empty, if series is empty, how to check it? If series is empty, a is equals to this. So in this case, what you will do? Simple. A dot empty, very important function. A dot empty. Oh, p dot series, something like this. Let's say. Okay. Hmm. A is equals to period series dot a dot empty. Why I have written this? So a dot empty. See, false. Because there is something. Now a dot empty. It is true. So you can also see if the series is empty. Right. Now, again, go back to this series. So this was your series. Right. Now let's say there one student was absent. So maybe let's say Kiran was absent. Kiran was absent. And he got a null value, np dot nan, right? Nan, right? Null value. Or let's say none, something like that. But nan, I'm just writing it here. Now again, if you want to see if the series is null, how you can do? As dot is null. Simple. Right? Right. And so see here. Here, if you s is dot null. So here, if you say true, I will just leave as it is. So here to check if a series has null value. Right. Right. So this is the understanding. Right. If you want to see now what are the unique values here, how you will get it? Simple. As dot unique. The moment you do as dot unique, you will get the unique values. Right? As dot unique, you will get the unique values. Right? 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 There is another function. Let's say as dot is unique. As dot is unique. True. See, isn't it true? Because everything is unique here. Right. Right. Actually, this is a method. This should have been written at a later stage, and this is also a method. And these all are attributes. How to associate, difference between attribute and method? If this is the bracket, right? Here, if you are parenthesis are you are using, this is a method. So I can do one thing. I'll just remove this and put it in the last, and also I will again remove this and just put it in a last. Right? See, common methods, common methods associated with series. That's the understanding. Right? Right. One more thing. So let's say here as dot value counts, something like this. So as dot value counts. Right? If you just do like this, then you can also see the value counts. Now, one more thing. This is very, very important. If you want to know the unique value, here also you can do length. That will give you the unique value. Then what is the difference between this unique and this unique? This you guys have to understand. Very, very important. Right? Right. Many people doesn't observe this, and many tutor also don't teach this, but value counts will not consider nan. Value counts will not consider nan. Very important, will not consider nan. Simple. Right. 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 Is it clear so far? So good. Anyone has any questions till here? Right, 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 right. Now, guys, let's move ahead. So we have seen this. We'll come back again to functions. So you don't need to worry about that. I will again come back. Functions of series is not over yet. I will come back again to this. But let's take some break, guys. So can we take 5-7 minutes of break and then we will restart? What do you think, guys? Right, right. So what I'm going to do, right? I am going to actually take some break and then we'll restart. So 7 minutes timer. Should we start, guys, now? Everyone is back. Very good, very good. So let's start, guys. So we were seeing the methods associated with series. That is something that we were seeing at, right? So let's start, guys. Let's start and see uh, more good things about series. So let's start. So we have series, right? So we have series, obviously. So now we are going to see many other methods associated with series. So here value counts unique methods associated with the series. So we had already df, we have data frame. So data frame. So this is your data frame. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select a series, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this series title, right? Series title. So df, sorry, not series, this is your column, series title. And now accessing 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 a column, accessing a column from data frame to make series. Guys, don't worry about this. I am repeatedly saying I will talk about this again. Since this class first I am starting with series, that's why I'm just here having this particular uh, uh, way of accessing the series. So let's say df series title. So here let's say we are going to name it again. This time let's say maybe movie. So am is equals to this. So this is your am series. Now we are going to look a lot of things in this series, and that's why I actually started talking about this. First thing, right? Right. Series access through indexing, and slicing. Already we have seen indexing and slicing, so we'll start with this. So now here we have series am. Now if you want to access 0th index, how will you access, guys? Quickly, how will you access the 0th index? Quickly, everyone, how will you access? So am, and then write simply 0, right? So now if you write 0, you will be able to index it, access this. So now let's say if you want to access 998th row, just write like this. See here, live boot, you have got it. So 998 index, right? This is something you got. Now answer me, guys, can I access this using negative indexing? Can I access this using negative indexing? Right? Very good. Very good. See here. What happened? Right? Right. What happened here, guys? So this was 998. I just copied this. So let's say here I will put -1. See it carefully. What happened here? Quickly, guys. This is important because many of the people will actually get confused. So you cannot do so. -1 is not in range, something like that. But again, so here I will just write can't access with negative indexing. But one more thing, guys, this is going to be fun. So let's say s is there, right? Right. Here if I write -1, what will happen? See, here if I write -2, what will happen? See, here -3, what will happen? See, what has changed here and here, that things changed it, right? What happened, guys, here? Quickly, right? Right. Wally says am -1, something like this. Okay, very good. So this is the way you are accessing. But why it is direct -1, you cannot access like this, and here you cannot access. So here you can access like this. What is the reason? Right, right, right. So this Python actually behaves little bit problematically. But yes, this is something that I have observed. What I have understood till here, right? Whenever you have a string as an index, directly you can use -1. That I have seen. Observation. When a string is the index of a series, then you can access directly using directly using using -1. This is some observation, some Python weird behavior. We cannot do anything here, but this is something understanding that we have. Plus, I will come to iloc and all of those things. We'll come to that. First of all, we'll start with indexing. Then we will come with slicing. Right? But now, as mentioned about this Wally, that this can be done. So we'll come to that again. So this is not indexing, this is slicing. So I'll just remove this. So this is one observation that I had in my mind, but that's why I showed you, right? Most of the time, people stuck into these things for hours. Why it is giving error? Why it is giving error? Right, right. But actually, this is the reason why it is giving error. Right, 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 right. Right. Now, right. Moving ahead, now, right, or let's say -2 also you can just write, right, -2, something like that. Observation, negative indexing works. Right. Observation when index. But if you want, if you want, if you want to make negative indexing work for any series, you have to work with slicing. So now we are moving ahead with slicing. So we are going to see slicing. Yes, this warning is there. Better to use iloc or lock. I will come to that, but as of now, this is the understanding. So here I will just write slicing. Now, how to do slicing? Very easy. Then let's say M is there. This is the movie. Now you want again from 0th index to, let's say, 100 -1, that is 99, because this is always, or let's say 0 to 10. So 0 to 9 you want. This is always exclusive. So now if you execute this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, you will get this. Something like that. Right. Now you want, let's say, last 10. What you can do? M -10 to this. See, you will get the last 10. Lifeboat was the last. Right. Then 39 steps. Already we have seen the lifeboat example. Right. This is the thing that you can do. Now, you can, if you want to skip step, right, step, then what you can do? Let's say, all the rows, but every second, you can just get that as well. See here, Shawshank Redemption, and then one is gap, then second index, that is Dark Knight. Right. You can do this as well. Right, right, right. Now, again, if you want to access using fancy indexing, you can do that as well. Right, right. So what you can do? So let's say here, fancy indexing, fancy indexing, right? Fancy indexing. So let's say I want to access something like this, and this time I want to access 0th index, second, third. See here, 0th indexing, second indexing, and third indexing. This is the idea. This is the idea. Is it clear? So far, so good, right? Everyone is so far so good. Yes or no? Very good. Right. Now, one other way to access it, right? Very, very important, another way to also access it. That is something called as lock and iloc. Already we have discussed it, right? Already we have discussed it. So still we'll be looking at it, how to actually access the data using lock and iloc. Right. So let's say lock and iloc. So lock and iloc. So we had discussed this lock and iloc, guys, in NumPy or not? Everyone, had we discussed it? No. Okay, no worries, no worries. Very good. Lock and iloc. So now we are going to see lock and iloc. What is this lock and iloc? Right, right, right. Very easy. So we have I in iloc. So we have to be very careful with this part, that we have I with iloc. I means implicit. I will just write iloc. I I means implicit, implicit, comma, integer, comma, anything, whatever you say. Integer indexing, internal indexing also, internal indexing, internal indexing. Very important. Now, lock means name. Lock means name. So I will just lock means location, or it means explicit, explicit, or non-integer name, non-integer name. I will show you the use case in DataFrame as well. But as of now, for series, let's say we have this am series. Now you can just write am.ilock, and now if you just say 0 to 10 you want, right, right, 0 to 10 you want, right, lock, right, right. So if you see 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, you will get. Now again, if you want to use lock, am dot lock. Now lock is what? Right, 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 right. It is the name. So to prove it, I will show you. So let's say you want 0th index, so you will get 0. You want 0 to 8, so what you will get? See, name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, name 6, name 7, name 8. But here, when you were writing 0 to 10, you were getting 0 to 9. What is the understanding? What is the difference? Try to understand. This is very important. iloc means integer or implicit indexing. And I told you, by default, Python or Pandas gives a series or a data frame some indexing which starts from 0. So iloc, I integer, loc means location. So integer location from 0 to 10, and Python treats 10 minus 1 till 9. So here you get 0 to 9. But here, loc means location, exact location. Exact location with what? Exact name. And that's why when you were writing 0 to 8, it means 0th name, first name, second name, till 8th name. So 0th name, 0th name to 8th name. This is the understanding. Is it clear? Yes or no? Everyone, I will again prove it, so you don't need to worry about this. I will again come to this, again come back to this. But is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right, quickly. Right, right, everyone. Right, right. Lock means name indexing also. Yes, lock means name index. That is what I have written already. Right. Tanya asks, can you tell the difference between lock and iloc? As told you earlier as well, I will repeat it again. Iloc, where I means integer, it uses Python's implicit indexing. Right. Lock means the name. Like in use case terms, both have the same use case. You want to access the name. That's it. I will come to this in terms of data frame, so you don't need to worry about that. There, I will show you one use case, how it will be different, how the lock and iloc use case will be different. I will show you that. In fact, in index also I can show you, but here I will need to introduce some other concepts first. Then I will come back to this. So you don't need to worry about that. I will come to that. But this is the understanding. Is it clear so far? Yes or no? Everyone? Right, right. Now, since Tanya has asked what I'm going to do, I will show you guys now only, so that you guys are more confident, right? You don't need to worry about that. So let me show you one thing. So what I can do, right, making series, right, making series from two data frame column, two data frame column. So two data frame column, right? Two data frame column. So what I will do, here I had read this file. So there was some file. Where it is, I had read the file. pd.read csv. Okay, I guess we have studied a lot or what? Yes. So pd.read csv. I will use this. I will show you. Right. Although it was not planned to show you here, but Tanya has asked, so I have to show you. See here. Here we have IMDb top 1000, right? So this is your, you know, uh, not a problem. This is your data frame, right? Now, what I'm going to do, right? I am saying that here by default it is 0 first second index, right? Please make it, please make it something like this. Index column is equals to series title. See, this was not was supposed to show you here, but let's say series title. Now what will happen? Now it has become a series title as the index. So this is the index. This is the index. And this function, this index column is very important, right? This is very important, right? Right. Now, fine. This is your index column. Now there is one more parameter. So I'll just show you, right? Right, 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 right. Just a second. Control F. Okay, not there. So maybe what I will do. So index column is there. Now I'm going to do a squeeze. So squeeze equals to true. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. So maybe this is, there should be separated header use. Okay, no worries. So we don't have this here. But now this is the idea. So now we have this pd.read csv. Index column is this. Now what I'm going to do, I can use usecols. Now in this use call, I am going to use another column, that is, let's say, genre. So I can use genre. So I will just put here genre. So genre. And now see it, guys. So genre, right? And this series title. Sorry, this was also supposed to do here. So series title, right? So now, guys, if you see, this is your something that you have used. Now you have to convert this to series now, right? So this is your series title and this is your genre, right? Now maybe you can start using this as a data frame, or you can also convert this to a series. So let's try to convert this to a series, right? So t is there, pd dot series, pd dot series, and here I will just put t, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So maybe I cannot do this as of now, right? T. Okay, anyway, the point I was showing. So t.iloc. So here, if you see 0 to 10, you will get this value. Fine. But now, if you want to see, if you want to access 0 to lock, then you can get like this, right? This, then you will get this error, right? 0 to 8. This cannot do slicing index with 0 indexes or 0 of type integer. Why? Because the index has been converted to series title. So in that case, what you will do, right? In that case, you have to use the the name of the series title. So maybe you will say that start from Shawshank Redemption and go wherever till wherever you want. But let's say here you can just get it like this genre. But the idea is very simple. If you want to access, right, with the a custom column, with a column that you have told that this should be indexed, then you have to use lock. Otherwise, you have to use iloc. I was not supposed to say this now, right? I wanted to say you this at a later stage, but this is the understanding. Is it clear, Tanya? Yes or no? Right, right. Very good. So I will just remove it because the time will come for this as well. So I'll just remove it. So now this is the understanding so far. Right, right. Or I guess I have to put. I will put this. I will put this. I will just put this so that it will be there. It should be there. So I will just put this. Okay, it is gone, I guess. Okay, anyway, leave it, leave it, leave it. So this was the understanding so far, right? Now moving ahead, guys, moving ahead. So you have seen, you know, some what I was teaching here. Just see me. Okay, lock and iloc. So this is the way you actually access the data using indexing and you know uh, slicing, right? Right. Now moving ahead, guys. Now moving ahead. So can I now edit the series? Right. Editing the series. Editing the series. Can I edit the series? Right. The answer is yes. How can you edit? So let's say this was your amp, right? Now instead of zeroth element, that is Shawshank Redemption, you want, let's say, something else. So this time you want something ulala. Let's say this is the movie you want. And now if you see amp, it has changed to ooh la la. This is the understanding, right? Right. But now let's say if the index doesn't exist, then in that case what will happen? Doesn't exist. In that case what will happen? So let's say here 999. So let's say you don't have 1000 index. Let's say 1001. It doesn't have any index. Now if you write like this, 1000 is equals to 100, right? 1000 is equals to some value, let's say uh, any value, let's say string or number, whatever you want to say, let's say monjo, right? If you like this monjo, then what will happen? It will create the index, and now if you see 1001, that is monjo, right? So it will create create the new index. So that is the understanding. But what if you want to edit, right? If you want to edit using slicing, editing using slicing, editing using slicing. See here. So let's say am 0 to 10. Let's say 10. Now if you want to edit it, then what you will do? All of this value you want to edit with some other value. How can you edit it now? Right? So in this case, maybe let's say you can just want to write like this. So let's say uh, monjo, right? Let's say monjo. See what will happen? It will throw an error. Maybe let's say uh, what I will do. One thing I can do. Monjo. Okay, I will do one thing. 0 to 3. So Monjo, Sonjo, and Ronjo. Ronjo. Done. Now if you see, this will be Monjo, Sonjo, and Ronjo. Simple. This is how you edit using slicing. But the idea here, let's say I want to edit for a long range of values, let's say 0 to 10. In that case, what you will do? Obviously, you cannot go and type. But let's say if it is a string, you have to type it. But let's say if it is a number, then what you can do? Simple. List range 0 to 10. 0 to 10. If you want to do like this, then also it is fine, and you will be able to see 0 1 2 3 4 5. So why I showed you? Because it will also help you. This is a very good use case. It will also help you to create help you to create data data create custom data, whatever you want, custom data you want. So this is the way you can use some slicing with some other functions to create the data or to edit the series. Slicing with other functions to edit the functions to edit the series. Clear, guys? Yes or no? Everyone, so far so good. Quickly, yes or no? Right, right, right. Are you guys having fun till now? Right, everyone. Right. Now, guys, moving ahead. So again, more interesting thing, right? So let's say we have seen this. Now, using fancy indexing, you want to edit? Can you? Fancy indexing. Can you edit? Right. So let's say this time again we have am, and now you want to access the indexes. Let's say 0, then 2, and then 4. This time you want to write like this. So maybe Ajay, Vijay, and Sanjay. Right. Sanjay. Let's say if you want to do this, am. Right. So now you will find Ajay, Vijay, and Sanjay. Always remember, whatever you want to edit, it should be actually that list value should be that much itself. Right? Clear so far? Yes or no? Everyone. So far, so good, guys. Quickly. Yes or no? Right? 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 Very good. So now, guys, again, moving back to other methods. Lock, iloc, we have seen. Right, right. So now let's say we have am, or let's say df, data frame. So now what I'm going to do, df dot set index, or okay, what I will do, uh, df imdb rating. Let's say take this imdb rating, imdb rating, imdb rating. Fine. This is our another series. R is equals to this. Right. Now mathematical functions associated with the series. See, this is going to be again very interesting. Right. R is this. This is the rating. Now R dot mean. So this will give you the minimum average rating. So this is the average rating of the series. Right. So type of R, I will just show you so that you guys can understand that this is still a series. Type of R. So this is a series. R dot mean this. R dot sum. So R dot sum. This is the value. This is the sum of all the rating. Doesn't make sense, but yes. R dot mod. So you can just do this as well. This is the mod rating. It is 7.7. You want median, R dot median. You can get this as well. MEDIN, MEDIN. This is the median, right? You want max, R dot max, R dot max, right? See, you will get this value. R dot mean, you will get this value. R dot variance, you will get this value. What are this? Median, standard deviation, variance. You don't need to worry about this. So we have r dot std. So these all things will be covered in the statistics lecture. But as of now, variance talks about the spread of the data, right? Minimum, maximum, you understand. Median is the physical mid value of the data. Mod, highest frequency of the data. Mean is the average value, but you don't need to worry about that. And all of those things, if you want together, you also can just write r dot describe. So if you do r dot describe, everything will be there. So this minimum 25%, 50%, this is called as percentile. 75% and max value together is called as 5-point summary. But you don't need to worry about that. Again, I am saying we will come to this. We will come to this again and again. So you don't need to worry about this. So this was few mathematical functions, right? Anyone has any questions so far? Right, right. Anyone? Right. Anyone? Right, right. No questions, guys. Weapon says how to scale data. This is a part of machine learning, but since you have asked here from sklearn dot pre-processing import standard scaler, just do it. Then standard scaler dot fit transform, you can just make an object, then let's say sc, then just pass the data sc dot fit, something like that, fit. So you can do this, but here the discussion is right, right, not about that. Our focus is first to understand the series and data frame. Okay, Vipan, right, right. But anyway, enough of hint I have given, right? Now, guys, moving ahead. So let's say this is your series. If you want to sort it, can you sort it? The answer is yes, you can sort it as well. Just write sorted. So and see what you can do. So if you sort it, see 7.6, 7.6, 7.6, and so on. Right, 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 right. See, this is the sorted one. Right, right, right. This is the understanding. Right, right. Moving ahead, if you want to see the type of series, just write type of R. Right. So you will get this Pandas score series. Right, right. Minimum, maximum, everything we have already seen. Right. Now moving ahead, right, moving ahead, moving ahead. So now we have, you know, uh, you know, series, right? So let's move ahead. So we have this data frame, right? So now what I'm going to do, right, right. Just a second, guys. What I'm going to do. I'm going to do one thing. Just give me some time because I want to show you some other methods as well. Right, right. So we are having. df. Now I will just have series title. Series title. I'll just copy this. Series title. Fine. This is series title, and then maybe I want the star one. So let's say star one, star one. So star one, right? And this is my simple p. P is equals to this, right? Now this p looks like this. Now what I'm going to do, p dot set index, right? P dot set. Okay, index is not there. Then what I can do, p dot set index should be there. Set index. Oh, very good. So pd dot set index. Then I will just write series title. Series title. Series title. And then here I can just write in place is equals to true. Just ignore this, guys. You don't need to worry about that. I will talk about everything here. So this becomes p. Then I just want to convert this to series. Pd dot series. Hopefully this time this is converted. Why it is not there? Value error 2. Just a second, guys. Right. P dot series p. Right. Anyone has any idea why it is not happening? Something. PD dot series. And to see beyond a series. Right. What I will do. What I will do, I'll just search it. Let me search it once. Right. Direct way to convert pandas data frame two columns into series. So just a second. Okay, so I guess I can do this way. P dot values. P dot P dot values. So let's see if I am why it is happening a problem. P dot values. Okay, guys. So I'm not able to get it. I'm not able to do it. But I have already, uh, right, another way to do that. Right, that already had kept for some emergency situation if it comes. So I can just have the series for this is just a generic code. If you want to just have the series for that, but again, this is something I had kept earlier for to convert the series. But anyway, uh, if anyone gets any function, just do let me know, or I will just check it out once. I just it will not come go from my mind how to convert two columns into a series. Just I wanted to convert that because there is a reason behind it. So if let's say I want to have you know uh, two columns in a form of series, that is what I wanted. One thing I can do, I can just do. I have a different approach to do things. So what I will do. So let's say here what I can do. So let's say df is there. So df, I will just write df, and then the best way as of now, if I have to do it, right? Yes, very good, Sada. That is what I was thinking. to have index and just do it. So that is what I am thinking, but this is actually not the correct way. There is some direct way to do it, but I don't have any idea actually. There should be some direct way, right? Right. There should be some direct way. But anyway, so what I can do. Mhm. Okay, so df is there. So let's say df is there. Df series title is there. So df is there. So I'll just write p is equals to. There should be a direct word. The direct no. That's not. Period set index. Is it series with index? This is working. Let me see. Wally. So see, earlier there was an option called squeeze. Mm-hmm. P dot set index. So is it right? No, it will not be. It will not work. How it is working, I don't know. But anyway, so I have another way. So what I will do, I will play here smartly. So let's say series title is there, right? Series title is there, and I will just put the star one, something like this. So star one is like this, and here I will say the df. So here I will just get everything. Now this will be your p is equals to this, right? P is equals to this, and then I will just convert this to series. So how to convert this series? Very simple. Pd dot series, pd dot series, pd dot series, and then what I can do? So here I can just simply put p0. So this would be my series, and index is equals to, maybe let's say, p1. So this is something that we can do. Oh, it is again throwing error. What is the thing? Key error is 0. P0. So what is this P? Hmm. Hmm. I will just put P here. So P is there. So maybe I will just put series title. So series title, title, and then index I will put star one. Simple. So this is the way I can do it, but there should be a direct approach that I'm not getting. But anyway, this is the series, right? So star one is not defined because I haven't put in a quote. So star one. So this becomes your series if you see. But p dot series title. This becomes star one. So p dot series title. Why it is null value? Null value. Oh my god. This is something. Maybe I will just put here and then just put here p, and then this is star one. Right, so p star one. Hmm, index is equals to this. Index is equals to this dot values. Let's see it dot values. It will work or not. It is again the star one dot values. But this is not the correct way. We have achieved this, guys, but this is not the correct way. This is not the correct way. But anyway, so to convert two columns columns into a series. See what you guys are doing here. You are getting the values. You are getting again the values and just writing the index and you know value of a series. But this is not the correct way. There should be direct approach to convert a series to value directly. But anyway, let's stick to this. So maybe I will just write M series. This will be your movie series. So M series, right? M series, right? 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 Stack is an option that I will show you at later stage. But let's say M series. So M series, we have this. So M series, right? Now this is your movie series, right? So all of the movie series is actually here. Now, if I want to check now, let's say, right? If I want to access this, right? So again, differentiate. So differentiate. between loc and iloc. Differentiate between loc and iloc. Between loc and iloc. So how can I do this? Very simple, right? This is what I wanted to show you. So let's say here we have series am dot series. Now I want to access the series something like that, am underscore series. So am underscore s. So let's say ms. I will keep the name ms so it's easy. So ms, right? So this is ms, and let's say ms. Inside this ms you want to access something like this ms, right? And you want to access maybe the Godfather. So you want to access the famous movie The Godfather. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but it's a very classic movie. So this is the way you got. But same time, if you write ms, right, dot lock, right, you will also get again the same thing. So the Godfather, if you just copy paste it like the Godfather, you will get the same value. But same time if you write ms dot iloc, right, right, 0th, sorry, first index, right, first index, so you will also get similarly here, because internal indexing, it will be always there 0 1 2 3. And apart from that, if you want to access by the name, let's say you don't know where the index is in such situation. For example, let's say here maybe there is a movie Giant, right? See, Giant is there, right? You don't know, right, right, what is the index of Giant. Then what you will do? Simple, you will just write ms.log, right? ms.log, right? So you can just write ms.log and just, you know, right, right. Mm, right. So ms dot ilog or ms dot log, you can simply write giant, right? So here I will just put it control V. Now the idea is, in case when you don't know, when you don't know the index, know the index of a particular particular column value, particular column value, and you want to know all the details, then make it make it make it the index and access using lock. Actually, this is what I wanted to show you, and while I was moving ahead, it was always coming to my mind when to show this, when to show this. But yes, this is not the correct approach to show you, right? So this is essentially you are just creating two lists and making a series. I don't know where it is, so wherever I have done that, df, what has happened to Jupyter notebook, the Godfather, right, right, right. Guys, is that code there or not? Where the code gone? MS was there, right? Somewhere MS has gone. But anyway, MS is df dot or df, df. Then you had df dot columns, right? It has got deleted, guys. Df dot columns, right? Df dot columns, and then we have series title, then let's say series title, and then we have, let's say, star one, right? Star one, right? So now guys, this is your ms. Now ms, how to get the series, pd dot series, and then you want df series title, right, right, dot values, df series title dot values. It was series title, right? The values, no, this was the index, so dot values, this as an index. So this will be your index, and star one, df star one will be your values. So this was your ms. Now this is your ms star one dot values. values. So this was your ms, then ms got father. Very good. So now this is the way you execute. Now this is the understanding, the complete understanding, that if you don't have any idea about the values, you can just set it to the index and then again go back. I could have done this using other approaches. I could have used a loop, or I could have iterated through it using enumerate, that I showed you a simple piece of code, but that's not the correct way. There should be some other way as well. But anyway, there is some. Okay, Rishikesh has copied the same code. Santanu has written the same some code. Okay, I will check it, Santanu. So no need to worry about that. I will check it at later stage, right? But now moving ahead. So this was the understanding. Now let's say here, if you want to check, if you want to check that if an actor, maybe Christian Bell, is there or not. So this is called as membership operator. Membership operator in series. If you want to check this, then what you will do? How can you do this? Very simple. In ms done. See, oh, it is saying false. So that is false. Okay. So actually, this is uh, false because it is checking actually in the index. So I will just show you the Godfather. So if I just show the Godfather in ms, maybe let's see it, if it gives this or not, or there will be some issue with this, there will be some space. Okay, it is true. So membership operator in series index. So if you want to check it, you can just check it this way, because the whole idea is, if you want to know some name is there or not, you can just do like this. So live boat, so you can just do live boat as well. So here let's say live boat. But if you want to see the values, you can do that as well. So live boat in ms. If you want to check in the values as well, so live boat in ms is true, but the moment you write live boat t t t t t t t, it will give you false. But if you want to see the name Henry Fonda is there or not, right? What is in that case, what you will do? So you will just write in ms dot values. If you just write ns dot values, it should give you the option. So now if you see, it is true. So in series index, now membership operator in series values, right? Series values done. Series values. Everyone, so far so good? Yes or no, guys? Quickly, right? Right? Anyone has any questions so far? Right? 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 Very good. Very good. So far, so good. I guess I don't think anyone has any issue till now. Right? Anyone has any questions so far, guys? Quickly. Right? Anyone has any questions so far? Right? 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 Anyone has any question? Guys, just check it out. This is quiz function. You will get to know about that. But anyway, I will just put that as well. Now, guys, moving ahead. So we have seen a lot of things. Now, let's say some other functions. So, for example, let's say ms. If you want to check the first 5 rows, can you do that? Yes. So ms dot head. So first 5 rows will be given in this way for the series as well. Now let's say if you want to check first 10 rows of the series, you can also do like this. First 10 rows of series. If you want to check first, sorry, last 5 rows of series, then you can just do like this as well. Last 5 rows of the series. This is last 5 row of the series. Last 5 rows of the series. This will be like first 5 rows of the series. First 5 rows of the series. Right? Right. This is the understand. Now moving ahead. So let's say if you want to randomly check any 2 rows of the series, what you will do? Just do ms sample.2. This is the random. So Secret and Lies by Timothy Spell and Pink Floyd The Wall by Bob Geldof. This is random. Now, if you want to see, right, right, value counts, you can also see the value counts. But obviously, in this case, everything, right, right, everything will have one value counts because there is one movie, I guess. Okay, Tom Hanks. So Tom Hanks has acted in 12 movies. Robert De Niro is acted in 11 movies. Al Pacino, whatever you say, has acted in 10 movies, and so on. We have Preeti Zinta as well. I don't know from where she is coming, but let's say this is the understanding. So this also works with the series. So far, so good, guys. Everyone, yes or no? Quickly, right? Right, 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 right. Now, guys, moving ahead, Abhishek says, is there info function? No. In series, we don't have info function. Let's check it. Okay. No, this is not the info function that we are looking at. Yes, that is this also. So yes, series has also the info function. Very good, Abhishek. I have also not used with the series. So basically, all the functions with series you don't use, but anyway, so it has also the you know info function with this, right? Now, guys, moving ahead, that is very very important function, that is sort values here. Sort values, this is very interesting. Now, let's say this is ms. If you want to sort these values, so ms dot sort. So sort values. So sort values. And see what I'm going to do. If you sort values, very good. We have our Indian actors as well. So Andaz Apna Apna, Dangal, Three Idiots. So everything has been sorted here, right? So this will start with a b c d, something like that, right? See here, jad is in the last, jad is in the last. Don't see about this ceo. This is a special character. C is this, e with tilde something, c with something, o with something. So don't get confused. This is actually sorting based on alphabetically, right, 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 increasing order or descending order. So by default, ascending is true. Ascending is true, right? Ascending is true, right? Ascending ascending is true by default, right, right. Last few values are a special character, right? A special character. Now, moving ahead. So now let's say if you want, right, to sort in opposite fashion, then what you can do? Sort values, and then descending, or let's say ascending. Ascending equals to false. The moment you do ascending equals to false, these special characters will be there, right? Special characters, special characters first, then A to Z, right? Here, right? A to Z, and then special characters. So A to Z, and then the special characters. So this is the understanding. But now, let's say if you have sorted the values, right? Very good, not a problem. But if you want to sort the index, in that case, what you will do? Sort index. So let's say MS is your this. Now you see ulala, the Godfather is there. You want to sort the index. For that also you have another option, sort index. So you can sort the index as well. So now again, same thing, ascending equals to true is by default. So let's say I will not do the by default thing. See here, first number and then A to Z and then a special character. First number, A to Z, A to Z, and then a special character. A special character. Now, if you want to modify the series, so MS, let's say you want to modify the original series with this index, sorted index, then what you will do? Anyone has any idea? If you want to modify the series, let's say, let's say if you want to modify the original series with new index, then in this case what you will do, guys? Quickly, what you will do? Very simple. Again, we'll go to ms dot sort index. So ms dot sort index, right? So I'll just come to this ms dot sort index, and then here just write in place. In place means instead of. In place is equals to true. That's it. The moment you write in place equals to true, then you will see that now it has been sorted. So this is the understanding, right? Right. Is it clear? So far, so good, everyone. Right. So far, so good. Anyone has any questions so far? Quickly. Right. 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 Now, similarly, sort values. If you had sort values and you wanted to have in place equals to true, you can just also write something like this: in place, right? Right. Sorted based on this. So ms dot sort values in place equals to true. That you could have written here. So in place is equals to true, right? True. So if you see now the ms, you will just get like this. See, a special character first and then so on, and in the last Amir Khan, because ascending is equals to false. So did you guys got it, everyone? Right? Right. Everyone, yes or no? How many of you are sleeping, guys? Anyone is sleeping? Quickly. Right. 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 Anyone is sleeping? Right. No one is sleeping. You guys should sleep it. Right. Okay. Now moving ahead. Moving ahead. So now again, interesting thing. So we have seen a lot of things, right? Right. Now, let's say you want to, again, let's go back to this series. No, this was not the series. P is also not there. Okay. T T in the series. No. Okay, no worries. So I'll make a series. So I'll just show you a series so that I can show you pd dot series. So now there is a series, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll just make a new series. Okay, already as was there, I guess. As is there, but anyway, this was having a null value. So let's say as is there. This is your series. Now here, let's say as is there. I want to add 10 to every value to this. Can I add this, everyone? I want to add 10 to each of this. Quickly, can I do this? Right. Right. Series mathematical arithmetic operation. Can we do this? Very simple. So as plus 10. So if you just do it, everything has been added. If you want to see if some value is greater than equals to something, so as greater than, let's say 4. So let's say false, 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 false. Right? Because why? Because as is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But as greater than 1, so if you see false, rest is true, true, true. If you pass the same thing in s, then what will happen here? It will give you 2, 3, 4, whichever is true. See, this is your relational operator. So relational operator, this net relational operator, right? Right. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right. Yes or no, guys? Quickly. Right. 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 Now, guys, see here. Let's say this is the s value, right? This is the s value. Now you want to see, right? If you have s greater than 2, right? How many values are there? Just write size. So if you just see only 2 values, right? So how many values greater than 2? Simple, right? That's the understanding. Count, yes, very good. Let's try to do that as well. As greater than 2, then let's say dot count. Let's see it. See here. 2. Count as well. Right, 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 right. So far, so good, everyone. No one has any problem till here. Right, right. Now, guys, let's move ahead and see few more details. Right, few more details about the series. Right, and then we will close for the day. Right, because series was, we have covered almost everything in series. Right, right, right. But we are going to see everything in detail, so not a problem. So we will cover everything. So let's start the next thing. So, for example, now let's say this was the understanding that we have seen the series, but let's say ms dot value counts. So I just got value counts. So let's say value counts. So value counts. Fine. This is the value counts. Very good. Not a problem. Now we have as dot count. See it carefully. So as dot count 4. This is the value counts. Not a problem. Right. Now I will just write ms dot count. So 1000. So leave it. So it doesn't matter. But here I want to ask you one question. Let's say in this case, if I want in the series, right? Let's say find the actors, find the actors who has acted in more than 8 movies. Then how will you do? Simple. ms dot value counts greater than, let's say, maybe 8, and just pass this. So here if you see true, 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 and just pass this into ms. Very simple, right? Very simple. Sorry guys, not in ms. So ms dot value counts. So dot value counts. Value counts. That's the whole understanding, right? So now if you will see, you will get all the actors greater than 8. Simple. Got it, everyone? What I have done. So you wanted all the actors whose value counts or who has actually, you know, acted in more than 10 movies. So you can just do it, right? Now, this is one thing. Next thing. So let's say if you want to looping with series, how can you loop? So again, this is your ms. Now you want to loop it. Very simple. For I in ms.index. Now what I will do? Print I. So you can print all the things. See, everything you get. Similarly, if you want to check values, right? So you can just do ms.values. So this was for index, for index, for index. Now, obviously, if you just do msi, then it will be values. So for I in ms index, then you can just have the values as well. So here you can just write ms of I. So if you just write like this, then you will get all the values, right? But if you want to directly iterate through values, that also you can do. So instead of ms.index, right, instead of ms.index, so we have written so much of code, Jupyter notebook is now hanging. So let's say ms index. Now just write values, ms.values. Then you can just print all the values, all the actor names. Simple, right? Right. This is the understanding, right? Right. Right. Anyone has any questions so far? Any doubt, even a small doubt, please go ahead and ask me. Right. Anyone has any doubt? Right. 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 This was almost all about series. There are some few more things, right? Few more things. I will come to that. But as of now, this was the most important things so far. Right, 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 right. Anyone has any questions? So that is depth postmortem about series. To be honest, Sada, if I just keep talking, still I can talk about series for next 2 hours. Ugh, there are like still hundreds of functions left. But anyway, I will give you example how. So we have uh, so just wait a second. I will show you what are the things that is left. So I have we still the things that is left is as type, right? Then we have duplicates, then index we have seen, cumulative sum, fill na, a lot of, yes, receipt index, everything is left. So yes, so slowly we are going to see this, so no need to worry about that. But now let's see more of the methods. As usual, we are going to see more methods. So now let's say we have the series. What is the series now? uh, Miscellaneous method, miscellaneous 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 methods in miscellaneous methods in series, right? So let's try to look at now the rest part as well. So let's say we have series as is equals to pd dot series, pd.series, and here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then np dot nan. So this is your series. Very good. This is the mistake every time I do. So let's say this is the series. So instead of 6 I will just have 7 or 8. So this is the series. Fine. Now guys, if you want to know if there is some duplicate values or not, then how will you get to know? So if there is a duplicate values or not, so let's say 7, there are 3 duplicate values. If I want to see if there is any duplicate values, then how will I get to know? Quickly, anyone has any idea? Very easy. Just simply do as dot duplicated, as dot duplicated, duplicated, right? Right. So if you see false, 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 true, 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 something like that, and let's do sum. So there are 2 duplicate values. Simple. Very simple, right? Very simple. That should not be a problem. Now, if you want to, so I will just write duplicate values, duplicate values, duplicate values. Now you want to see the cumulative sum. How can you do? As dot come sum, come sum. So if you just want to see the cumulative sum, this is the cumulative sum. Cumulative sum you already know. What is cumulative sum? Summation till previous value and the current value. So cumulative sum, cumulative sum. Now, again moving ahead, if you want to check the null values, what you will do? Right. If you want to check with null value, so as dot is na. So if you do is na dot sum. So is na dot sum. See here, there is one null values. Right. Now let's say if you want to replace this null value, right, with some other value. So to check null value, if there is null value in the series, now replace the null value, right? Replace the null value, right? What you will do? As dot fill na, and then fill na with some value, let's say 0 or something like that. So, or let's say as dot mean. So if you want to calculate the mean and you want to replace this, so see as equals to this. Now you can write in place is equals to true, right? So now if you see s, then you will not be having the null value, right? Now let's say if you want to multiply series and its index. How can you do so? Right, right. How can you do so, guys? Very easy. So as is series, multiply with as dot index. As dot index. You can multiply this. See, when multiplied with 0 became 0, 2 1 are 2, and so on. Right, 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 right. Now, let's say if you want to apply a function element wise. How will you apply? Simple, as dot apply. So this apply will help you to apply the function element wise. Inside this apply, you can just write any function. But let's say I want to write lambda function. So lambda, and then let's say x. I want to apply, let's say add each value by 100. See here, now it has been added. Simple, right? Right, 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 right. This is the understanding. Now, let's say there is any another function, def square, 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 and then it takes x and return x square, x square. So in that case, what you will do? Again, same thing, as dot apply, but this time remember, guys, you have to pass just square, not like this, right? Not like this, no parenthesis, just pass the function. Done, right? Applying custom function to the series, this apply is very important, will be used a lot of the time. Apply, invoke functions on values of series. Very simple, not a very big function, but very important with respect to, you know, application wise. Why? Many of the time you will try to actually, right, right, try to actually multiply, divide any feature, then in this case you have to do it. Now we have replacing the values in a series. Values in a series. How can you replace? Simple, as dot replace. Now whatever you want to replace. So you want to replace 1.0 with, let's say, 100.5. See here, now instead of 1, it has become 100.5. Now if you want to convert series to a list, convert series to a list. How will you convert? Right, 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 right. How to convert series to a list? Very simple, as dot to list. Simple. See, now it has become a list. Right, 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 right. Now let's say if you want to remove a specific value, remove a specific value, remove a specific value from a series, value for series, right? What you can do? Simple. If you want to remove, so let's say s is not equals to, maybe let's say 3. You don't want 3 to be there. So now you will just pass this to s, and now you will see that 3 is not there. See, 1 2 4, 3 is gone, right? Right. Pius says we can use lambda in apply. Already I have shown you. Lambda in apply, I have shown you. Pius, where were you, Pius? See here. In apply, I have shown you lambda. Right. Here you have square. I have showed you both. Right. 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 This is understanding. Right. Again, filtering based on condition. Right. Right. And filtering based on condition. Based on condition. This is the way you are doing, right? So if you want numbers as greater than 5, see here, these are the numbers. You can filter like this, right? Right. Now if you want to, let's say, do some transformation, exponential transformation on the series, transformation transformation in the series, right? Right. How can you do this? NP dot exponential. Now I am integrating numpy with pandas, right? Right, right. See here, done. So this is exponential. If you want log, right, np dot log, log, just put as done, right, right, right. If you want to copy, deep copy and shallow copy, deep copy and shallow copy, concept also remains the same. So as is this, now you want to copy it, so t is equals to s dot copy, copy. So this is your deep copy, deep copy. Already we have seen this concept, change in one value will not reflect on another. So now let's say t. So t is also same, right? So the s and t both are same. See, s and t are both same. But now if you change s0 to, let's say, 11, right? S will be changed, but t will not be changed. T will be as it is 1. But in shallow copy, it will change. Shallow copy, shallow copy. So in this case, let's say s equals to t. Now t0. So t, if you see, t is this, s is this. Now s0, if I just change it to, let's say, 11, then s will be changed as well as t will also be changed. This is the understanding, right? Right. Now, if I want to convert the series to JSON format, can I do so? Convert the series to JSON format. So list, right? I had shown you. Convert the series to JSON. Convert the series to JSON. Right? Simple. As dot to JSON. To JSON. Right? Done. If you execute this, this has become a JSON. See here. Though in a string format, but this has become a JSON. Now, if you want to find the index of minimum value, right, you can do that as well. So another function, find index of minimum value. Find index of minimum value. How can you do this? Simple, idx, idx, mean. It will not be used much, but let's say better to know this. The as index minimum value, find the index of minimum value. So find the index of minimum value. So minimum value is 2. Yes. So here I will just write here. So basically I was expecting here this to be 1. It should give you 0. But anyway, find the index of minimum value. Here minimum value is 2. That's why index is 1. Right. Similarly, find the maximum value. Right. Find index of maximum value, so what you can do here, simply copy this, idx max, idx max, idx max, done. See, 0th, the maximum value was 0. Here 11, which is first element is maximum. Can we fetch an index of a particular value? Yes. Why not? I had told you that first set the index and just get the value. Or otherwise, you can just write here simple as dot, right, right, dot. Can we fetch an index of a particular value? Right. First, you have to access the value. So for accessing the value, you have to get to the index. So only way is to convert this, to make this an index, and then just get the value. That is the approach we can do, that I had shown you earlier. Just convert, make this as an index, right, if there are multiple columns, and then you can just do that, right, 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 right. So we have index maximum, right. Oh, let me check my sticky notes. Is there any other function left? Right, almost, right. Okay, one is there, 1 is there. So let's say if you want to convert this to float, but again this is 4.66, this will lose the data mostly. Let's see, as type int. So you will just, okay, you can just do this to convert to integer, to convert integer, right? Right, right, right. Now if you want to use where, right, as dot where, right, where, as dot where, as is greater than 5, you can just get this as well. Wherever it is greater than 5, it will give you the value 11, 6, 7, 7, rest none, right? Right. Now one very important thing, this is little interesting, right? Interpolating 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 this is little bit higher level, don't worry about that. Interpolating missing value. So pandas, sorry, yes, pandas has this option as well. How? So very easy. So let's say we have pd.series, so we have, let's say, pd.series, right? And there we have null values, something like this: 1, none, 2, 3, and then we have none, and then let's say 5, right? 1, 3, 5. Now I will just write with null, null, with null. So now this with null, what you can do? With null dot interpolate. What does interpolate do? You will understand this. See, interpolate actually, so if you just print this with null, so I'll just write like this. So I'll just copy this. This is very interesting function of a higher level, right? Right, 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 right. So here with null, so if you see, there are null values nan. Now if you see here, now nan has been replaced with 2, and this will have replaced by 4. So actually it tries to interpolate means try to put the data whatever is fit at the null value, right? Right. Now again, let's move ahead, see more options. So let's say more functions, as is there, right? Right, as is there. Now guys, I want to shift the values of series, shift shift the values of series. Again, very important function with respect to time series data. I will talk about that as well. As dot shift, if you just shift by one place, see, 11 has came at the second index. Earlier as was like this. See, 11, 2, 3, and last was 4. But now 11 is at the first index. This has been shifted. There was no any element at the last. It becomes nan. Rest, see, 4 has been omitted. You can also shift opposite direction. You can do that as well. Just write as dot shift -1. See here, now shifting opposite direction, shifting in opposite direction. That's why I told you, you will not use numpy's roll function. Shift is very easy to understand. Shifting in opposite direction. See that? Right, 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 right. Abhishek says which formula? That's very simple, Abhishek. You could have done on your own, right? But let's say I will just show you. Whenever you feel a doubt like this, simple, just change the value 100, and this time let's say 290, and then 150. Simple. And now just use this w null non interpolate. And the best part is you can always go to the function. Simple. So here it has been 100 plus 290. This is 195. Almost this is like an average, something like that. Or you can just see interpolation option is linear. This is the by default. Linear interpolation has been used, right? So linear, ignore the index and treat the values as equally spaced. This is the only method supported on multi-index, but let it be. So here linear has been used, that is equally spaced has been understood, something like that. Right, right, right. Moving forward, let's see. So shift -1 we have seen. You can also shift -3 or any position that can be also done. Shift -2. Very important with respect to time series. We are going to see it. You can also have cumulative product. Cumulative product. Product. So this will be as dot come product. Come prod. So see, cumulative product will look like this. Right, 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 right. You can have dot product as well, right? Dot product, right? For that, what I will do, pd dot series, pd dot series, and now here 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then this is your a, and then I will just copy this. B is equals to 4 5 6. B is equals to B is equals to 4 5 and 6. So this will become a dot b. Just do this. So this is your dot product. Simple. Right, 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 right. Now guys, let's move ahead. So let's say this is your a. You want to, right, you want to reindex it. What you can do, a dot, so I'll just write reindex. So a dot reindex, you can just reindex as well. So here instead of 0 1 2 3, you can write b, c and d. So it will also reindex it. Why it is so? A dot reindex, there is something wrong going on. Hmm. Reset index is different views, right? Okay, I will just check it, but this should not be uh, issue, I guess. This a dot reindex, this should work. A dot reindex, right, right, right. Reindex bcd. But anyway, shift tab index is question. I'll just copy this example. This works well for data frame. So you can also reindex. I will just keep it like this as of now. Right. Right. Now, again, moving ahead, right? You can also use, uh, almost we have done, we have seen, guys, we have almost seen. Uh, hmm, okay, almost we have seen, guys. So let me check it. Drop is null, drop duplicates, click between. Yes, guys, almost we have done, right? Right. There are few more functions that I will be putting on the notebook, but I don't think any other functions is left. Do you guys think any functions related to series is left? Anyone? We have almost covered everything. Almost every function is covered. Right. Oh my god, this was remained paused. Okay, anyway, this I was not able to record it. So I'll just remove this. Right, right. Reset index will come to reset index. So basically for this, a dot index is equals to, let's say I will just write bcd. So let's say here we have b, c and d, b, c and d. So let's say here, so a becomes like this. So this is the index. Reindex I guess has been deprecated or whatever is this. So maybe let's say access equals to, access equals to 0, 0. Yes, okay, you have to pass the parameter access equals to 0, right? But now let's say a dot reindex, you can do also this way also, bcd. So now we have bcd, right? Now again you have to reset the index, right? Reset index again you have to do. Then in that case you can just write a dot reset index, and then here you can just like this. But here 0 will be there, so you can just write or let's say here if you write a, then it will be lost, right? So first of all, in place equals to true, please modify the this, and then also drop equals to true. It means please drop the earlier index. So this is how it works. Now if you see a is there like this, this is the understanding. Anyone has any questions, guys? This would be all for today's lecture. If I have to ask interview questions, right? So interview questions, there are few interview questions that can be asked till now, right? Mostly this is based on series. So what is data structure of pandas, of pandas, right? Is it homogeneous or heterogeneous, right? Something like that. Then on indexes, questions on index. So set index, reset index, they can ask you in the interview, right? Right, right. Third, how to skip few rows. What are the other parameters in read CSV? Read CSV parameters. They will ask, but it is not that each time they will ask. But yeah, these are few questions. I will load this notebook. I will upload this notebook with further more examples, like 3 4 more examples, and then I will also share, other resources here in pandas. In the next class, we are going to see concatenation, merge, join, plotting as well. So we are going to see everything in detail in the next class as well. Anyone has any questions? Right. Right. No, Tanya. Questions will not be asked in the series normally. They will ask around, concatenates and join of the data frame, but not the series. Right. Right. So Antonu says this way of learning make a mind map to remember max things. Thank you, sir. But don't try to memorize it because it's okay. This might not be asked so much in depth, but we have covered everything in maximum depth. To be honest, right? I will just